else becomes whatever it is I've just been watching, and it's pretty unbearable. But having said that, yeah, I would say don't expect an all-out horror, but a darker tone, some comic shock horror, and some good jump scares as well. You really have to see through past so much stuff and see stuff that isn't there. You have to constantly kind of live in a realm of imagining circumstances, or just ignoring a lot of real circumstances to get it done, you know.
Michael, I mean, I'm such a huge fan of Shannon. He's the real deal. He's a proper, I think he's one of the great heavyweights about to kick off and change his life forever. And it's what's great about this. And I know there's been a lot of debate recently with very fine filmmakers coming to the fore saying that these film franchises are taking over everything, but lucky us actors who get to do both kinds of variety at either polarity of budgeting. And I agree, we don't want one king to rule it all and have a kind of monopoly, and it's hopefully that's not the case, and we should really look into.
Hi, I'm Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm here at BuzzFeed, and I'm here to play with puppies and to answer your questions. I'm excited to meet the pups. Bring in the pups. What are you doing in here? What a strange environment to be in. What was that noise? What was that noise? Okay. What's in the jar? What's this? What's this? The best thing is probably having a cloak that means I can fly, which means I get to do wire work, which when it's done right and not for too long in a harness is incredibly good fun. Some of the stunts are really good fun to do, the training and all of that I really enjoy. It's a big old workout.
I know. A lot in 24 hours, but I just got to take it. It was strange, I couldn't do the tour, so poor Tom and Z and Jacob and everyone else had to go, no, haven't heard about that. I mean, and just sort of deny everything.
Okay.
So I'm going to start doing that same game again now. Listen, I will tell you this, it's a feast. It's a Sam Raimi special, and it's
Reach, to say the least. And I mean, it's a strange one. You get a call from Jane Campion and you just say, what, when, where, I'm in. And then you find out what it is and go, why me? But she had faith. She knew there was something about this character, something that made him truly vulnerable underneath the hard exterior of sort of toxic masculinity that she thought I could bring to it. And she had every faith that I'd get the kind of the hard machismo down. And I had a few experiences. She was amazing. She was amazing rehearsals as well as production and ever since. And she said, look, if there's anything you feel insecure about, we're here to help you as a production. Please let us know. And I went, okay. Banjo playing, being an arse, whistling. I mean, just this list of things this guy has lived, breathed, and mastered over 40-odd years of his life on this ranch in 1925 Montana. So they took me to Dude Camp, and I...
The music.
Stay there. I'm enjoying this. Introduce Bonnie Tyler. Right. Yeah. It's time for the music.
And literally to the point, I remember one day the crew going into the metal workshop on the street in Hong Kong and actually fixing a bit of gear for a shot. I mean, they had all they needed tool-wise to lathe a bit of metal and just bring it back out, and there it was being used on the camera. I mean, it was remarkable.
How did it?
It's difficult not to become emotional about it, to be honest. But it is, I'm afraid, an expected disappointment. We've come to know from those repressive regimes that their lack of tolerance is exclusionary to people who deserve to be not only included but celebrated for who they are and made to feel a part of a society and a culture and not punished for their sexuality. It feels truly out of step with everything that we've experienced as a species, let alone where we're at as globally, more as a culture. But frankly, it's just even more reason why this isn't tokenism to include an LGBTQ plus community member. This character is that from the comics. It's not something we've created for the sake of diversity. We've included her because of how awesome she is as a character, and that's just one aspect of her character, and that's all it should be. But sadly, it's also now, I think, politically very charged, and I wish it wasn't. I wish we'd be having a normalised conversation about this where it wasn't an issue, but we're not. So we still have to fight. We still have to push for inclusion and equality. And
Hi, I'm Benedict, but you can call me Big Ben. I'm somewhere over 30. If you're feeling a bit strange, the doctor will see you now. I was in the right time zone, sort of, but everyone was ringing me. I turned my phone off, and I was getting my 3 boys ready for school. And I just turned my phone on and it got very angry very quick.
Everyone else is. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, it's Benedict Cumberbatch, you know?
Which is really not how he normally.
But yeah, so at these kind of events, I get really tongue-tied around everyone.
Minutes, so it's I'm keeping good company, but it's sort of comforting because it means that the culture can obviously take reinterpretations of these great. A year and a half, something like that. That's where he fits in.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's how it feels?
Logistics.